Whenever there's an argument between your heart and your mind, follow your heart. There are things that the heart can understand and feel that the mind cannot relate to. There are things that you feel, that you know in your heart of hearts, that's not logical, it's not practical, it's not realistic, but there's something in you that says, I can do this. If you do what is easy, your life will be hard. But if you do what is hard, your life will be easy. People that are hungry are uncommon people. Are hungry, have a vision of themselves when they leave here, leaving a legacy and not liabilities.
How do you get to that next level? You must learn to dominate. You cannot compete. Domination, not competition. Anybody can do this, folks. Anybody can do this. This is not about a college degree. This is about massive amounts of action. Whatever you think you're worth, if you're not sure of your own value, your own goals, and what you want, the world will never reward you of what you want, your value, and your goals.
People that are hungry are willing to do the things today others won't do in order to have the things tomorrow others won't have. People that are hungry are relentless. People that are hungry are unstoppable. People that are hungry refuse to give up. I'm willing to make this happen. No excuse is acceptable. I'm going to do whatever it takes. I can do it. If anybody's ever done it at any point in time in history, then what's possible for one is possible for me, and I'm going to do it. It's my time. It's possible. It's necessary. It's me. It's hard. It's worth it. I don't know what you want to do. Seemed like yesterday when I was the new kid on the block. Now at 68, I'm the old timer. My mother, I remember the first home I bought her in. This home she saw. She didn't know I had planned to get that home for her. I purchased the home and I said, Mama, I think I know the people who live there. You do? I said, yes, ma'am. I said, I'm going to stop in and say hello. And I drove there and I opened the door. She got out, and Mama at that time, around 76, she held my arm and we were walking toward the house. And we got to the door and I couldn't hold it anymore. I reached in my pocket, I took the key out and I put it in the door. This is your home. Mama, I bought this for you. I pushed the door open. She stuck her head in the door. She said, anybody home? I said, no, Mama. Nobody's here. This is yours. If you want a thing bad enough to go out and fight for it, to work day and night for it, to give up your time, your peace, and your sleep for it, if all that you dream and scheme is about it, and life seems useless and worthless without it, and if you gladly sweat for it and fret for it and plan for it and lose all your terror of the opposition for it, and if you simply go after that thing that you want with all of your capacity, strength and sagacity, faith, hope, and confidence, and stern pertinacity, with the help of God, you'll get it.
Good morning. If you can hear me, please type in yes. Let's start. Good morning. Good morning, all. Good morning. If you can hear me, please type in yes. If you can hear me, please type in yes. If you can hear me, please type in yes, please. Let's start. Good morning, all. Can I have your yes so that I can start, please? Good morning. Good morning, all. Can I have your yes, please? I'm getting only two. Okay. Let me start off then. So good morning. Welcome to Plan Your Trade, Trade Your Plan Morning Review for February the 26th, 2019. So first and foremost, as we always do, we start with the fundamental news releases for today. Today being the 26th, we have a high impact GBP news inflation report hearings by 11 a.m. and 4 p.m. we have US CB consumer confidence, and the Fed chairman Powell testifies before, I think it's before semi-annual monetary policy report before the Senate Banking Committee. This might have a little bit of impact because his response to some questions might be, the market will move based on his response to some questions that might be asked, which might give the market a pointer. So having done that, the next thing we do is we go over to our chart. And as always, we start with our dollar index. First chart we start over with is our dollar index. Hello? Hello, can you hear me now? If you can hear me, please type yes. I had a little challenge with my internet. So if you can hear me, please type yes. Okay, that means I'm back on. So the next pair we'll start with is the dollar index. So looking at this dollar index from the 4-hour point of view, we can see that price is basically sitting above this support level. Although we have what looks like a head and shoulders on the 4-hour, which has broken to the downside. So this is the game plan. There is a possibility for dollar index to drop lower, given this present state. But should the dollar index move above 96.65, then it has the potential to go higher, which will signify dollar strength. But for the time being, it is ranging. And if you look at the pair that it is heavily correlated to, that is the Euro USD, you'll notice the same thing playing out on the Euro USD. So for now, the dollar strength is mixed, so which means that we might have a range in play. And the range is between 96.39 to 96.35. The next pair we'll move over to is gold. Looking at gold from a daily point of view, it is showing signs of weakness, but the weakness is not playing out yet. This is a bullish reversal, a bearish reversal pattern. This is an evening star, but it is not yet playing out as price is still within this channel and still above this support at 3121.42. Yesterday's candle closed as a small doji, so which might mean today might still push further down. So having known that, we move over to our intraday chart. So looking at our intraday chart, we may see a bit. This is the bottom line now. If you do not get a close below 1325, gold has a potential to still move up on the 4-hour. If you get a close between, if you get a low, as if you have a close below here, then price may come down to 1321. So more often, it seems like price is ranging between S1 and R1. R1 is 1333, S1 is 1321. A break above any of these levels might send price higher or lower as the case may be. You drop down to your 1-hour chart, you can see price is attempting to break lower, but this trend line is still in play. So if we get a close below this trend line and a retest and rejection, price may still drop lower. The next pair we'll be looking at is the USD CHF. USD CHF is springing close yesterday with a bearish, what looks like a bullish hammer. If you notice, this is a daily chart. For the last few days, you've had wicks to the low. What this points out to is potential rejection in this area. That means you have a lot of buyers within this 100. And if you notice, this is a psychological support level. So there is a battle, because should the buyers lose here, price may drop lower. So there is a strong battle there. So knowing that, we go over to our intraday charts. Like I pointed out yesterday, I pointed out that there is support cluster at this point. You have support at this place. There's a support zone between 99.84 to 99.75, and then the resistance comes in at 1.0028. So this is the area of play for the euro, for the USD CHF. And as you can see, there seems to be a bullish reversal pattern here and also at this area. So which means that there is a potential for price to move up. And you must bear in mind that sometimes the USD CHF is a direct, the dollar index is a mirror of the USD CHF. They almost move in the same direction most of the time. So whatever the USD CHF is doing is as a result of the dollar index. So this is a sideways market, but it is showing potential to move to the upside. So a break below this support zone might send price down to 0.9909, while a move above this resistance may send price to 1.0055. So having done that, the next pair we move over to is the Euro USD. Looking at the Euro USD, seems to be having a problem with his 200 moving average on the 4-hour. That has been giving him a lot of concern, and also his 50 on the daily. As you can see, wicks to the top side. Yesterday's candle closed as a bullish candle, but it still has this level, 1367, to contend with. 1367 and 1374. So if I go down to my intraday chart, what do we have? We have this support trend line, and we have this falling trend line, this resistance trend line, and this resistance here. So what is the game plan? A move above this level and a retest, something like this. A move above this level, a retest, should this place hold as a support zone, price may go higher. But should price break below this trend line and retest, and the place serves as a resistance, you may send price lower. So that is the situation for now. The Euro USD seems to be ranging. So now you know where support is, where the plausible support is, and where the plausible resistance is. You can practically play it out. Because if you drop down to your 1 hour, we're on the 1 hour time frame, you can easily see where it is. This is resistance, as you can see, wicks to the high. This is support down here. The next pair we'll be looking at is the GBP USD. So we'll go to the daily chart for the GBP USD. Looking at the GBP USD from the daily view, Sorry. Looking at the GBP USD from the daily view, we had a bullish close yesterday above this trend line, this daily trend line. So, and where do we have price? We have price now at the 38.2. That 38.2 is a long-term move. That is from this high to this high here. That's 1.4382 to this low here at 1.2375. The 38.2 comes in at 31.42. And also we have a longer term falling trend line here. So having known that those are areas, those are obstacles to the bullish move on price. So having known that, what do we do next? The next thing we do is we drop to our intraday chart. If we drop down to our intraday chart, I did not draw that trend line. I can miss that long-term trend line. Let me put it up so that I can practically see it on this intraday chart. Somewhere here, yeah. It should be somewhere here. And we have two trend lines here. We have one from here to this point. So we have practically two trend lines over price. So now we go over. Well, it is pertinent to also note that on this GBP USD, if you look at it from the daily point of view, we have what looks like an inverse head and shoulder. So this area might be the left shoulder. This area here might be the left shoulder. This might be the head, and this might be the right shoulder. And this trend line might be the neckline. This might be the neckline. So a move above this area might send price higher. This looks like the trend line on this chart. So if we move over to our intraday chart, we drop down to our 4-hour time frame. We drop to our 4-hour time frame, we have price, we have this situation in play. Price technically is still pretty bullish, as you can see, but it is at a resistance level. So there is a potential that should you see a drop, this would be a more advantageous area to engage a buy position to continue in the prevailing trend. But for now, the GBP USD is bullish. There is no reason to try to short it except you are scalping. The best bet is to wait for a dip. When you find the dip and a bullish continuation, you join the prevailing trend. The next one we'll be looking at is the Euro GBP. Euro GBP, looking at it from the daily point of view, seems to be heading towards 86.18. That's where it seems to be heading. And if we get there, it might create a triple bottom. So price now is currently at 86.33. So its target is 86.81. So when it gets to this area, if you find the right kind of bullish evidence, this might be a good area to open a long position. But you must bear in mind that the euro yen has an inverse relation to GBP pairs. As long as the euro GBP is bearish, most GBP pairs will remain strongly bullish. So you must have that at the back of your mind when you're trading this pair. The next pair we'll be looking at is the AUD USD. The AUD USD yesterday closed bullish, but there is a challenge. We have this bearish candle to take care of, and you have this 50% to 61.8 zone as resistance. The 61.8 is 72.01, which is a psychological level, and the 50% is 71.73. It seems like the 50 on the daily is acting as support. The 50 on the daily is at 71.50, which is also a psychological support level which is also a psychological level, 71.50. So knowing that, we go down to our intraday chart. Looking at our intraday chart, this is what we have. Price is just clearly above support 1. And that support 1 comes in at 71.49. Should this level hold, price may move higher towards this resistance and this trend line. Should this area be broken, price may go higher. But should this area serve as an obstacle to price move, then price may come down to retest S1. Should S1 give way, price may drop down to S2 at 71.33. But be aware, you have a slightly bullish move on the AUD USD intraday. The next pair I'll be looking at is the USD JPY. USD JPY seems to have pulled a kind of stunt yesterday. This price took out this reversal trend from the daily. This is a bearish railway track. Bearish railway track stroke, bearish engulfing. Price yesterday took out the high of this candle, of the bearish candle, nullifying this reversal pattern. So what do we have now? Looking at the USD on an intraday basis, we can see that price is hugging this 61.8 level. As you can see, there's a 61.8 level of this move. That is 1114.57 to 104.66. The 61.8 comes in at 110 110.70. Is it 79? Come in a minute. Let's say clearly. 110.78. So this is what the game plan is on this pair. If you go into the daily intraday chart, you can see there's a trend line that price broke. Price is looking like it is retesting this trend line. And you must bear in mind that most often, not always, but sometimes, even this bullish candle, the bullish momentum in this candle, price may pull back a bit into the body of the previous candle. So how do you do that? You go only on this bullish candle and use a fib from the top to the bottom to find the retracement level. So doing that, you do this, and when you do that, only on the candle for yesterday, and when you do that, you go down to the 1 hour time frame. So looking at the 1 hour time frame, price is at the 61.8 of yesterday's move. That's where you have price now. So knowing that, and that 61.8 is 110.85, let me get rid of this. So this is the bottom line now. As you can see, there are two plausible conclusions from this. This was a congestion. Price broke above it, hit R1, because as at the time I was drawing this chart yesterday, this has not played out. As at the time I was drawing this chart of yesterday night, this had not played out. Let me pull up this chart. Let me see if I can find that chart. This was it. As at the time I was drawing this chart, this was not played out. It was still at R1. That was, the price was at 11105. But as at this morning, price has already dropped down to 110.83. That means price was somewhere here as at yesterday when I was doing the analysis overnight. So now what do we have now? There's a bit of a dilemma. Price broke out of this range. It is not supposed to come back inside this range. That's where we have a bit of a challenge now. Price broke out of this range and it is now back inside this range. It's now back inside this range. So now the question is, if price closes back above 1110.88, 1110.88, 1110.88, it may move higher. If price closes back above 1110.88, it may move higher. But if it gets rejected at this level, then that would mean this break is false and price may be going back down lower. That is the situation. So the price now has two obstacles, which served as this place was resistance, but a break above it supposed to serve as support. But price has broken below it. So now it should serve as resistance. So this will be your first resistance. Your first resistance is 1110.88, and your second is 111. Because price may try to run up to this level, and should it fail, it may come down. But a move above S1, a close above S1 may send price a bit higher. Because on the daily, you have a bullish bias, but it was not supposed to come back into this range. So this move is still a bit suspicious. But what will clear the air on this breakout is a move back above 1110.88 and even 111. That is it for the USD JPY. The next pair we move over to is the Euro Yen. The Euro Yen seems to be holding his ground. Bullish break above this level and this high is here. So now, and this trend line, there's a trend line here, as you can see, here, rejection, but now price has closed back above it. So with price closing back above it, what this means is a possible retest. And if I do the same thing I did on the USD JPY on this same pair, price is in between the 50 and the 61.8 zone. So knowing this, what is the game plan? Note this level here, 125.83. So I go down to my intraday chart and drop to my 1 hour chart. $125.83. We need a bullish move back above 125.83. The same thing too with the USD JPY. As at the time I was doing this analysis yesterday night, this has not played out. As you can see, this is a classical reversal pattern from R1. And that move, if you were watching that move, after the 50% correction, that move was worth 45 pips. If you caught it. If you caught it, I think I had gone to bed by then. So now the question is, you need to see a bullish move here to take price above 125.84. A move back above 125.84 will send price higher, or from here, because as you can see, this trend line, price is likely trying to retest it for the second time. And should it hold, then there's a possibility that price may move higher. But should price go below this trend line, then that means it's coming back down. And that means this break is a false break. That means this break is a false break. The next pair we'll be moving over to is the GBP JPY as the British pound yen. Looking at the British pound yen from a daily point of view, this man will stay bullish because of the pound strength against the euro. As you can see, he has a bullish close. But take note of where he is. Let me remove these moving averages. Let me remove these moving averages so that you see something here. If you look to the left, there's resistance at this area. And then you have a second resistance here. The first resistance is at this high area. Is at this area here. That is 146. That's where you have the first set of resistance. And this area is what you will term a supply area. but the top has been broken now, which means it might not hold. I mean, there's a potential that price may be heading for this trend line next. This trend line next. So knowing that, let me pull back my trend line. I go down to my intraday chart. If I go down to my intraday chart, drop down to the 1 hour, we can see price is doing a second retest of that mentioned area here. As you can see, price is still bullish, because if you observe this, this is a flat pattern. Do you see it? Price has broken out of it. So there's a potential that the move from here to here, let me draw it, from here to this place, a move from here to here, price might be trying to do the same thing here. So that means price might be targeting 146.45 area if this move is to play out. So that's what we have to bear in mind. So this pair is still practically bullish. You'll be looking for opportunities to take long position. Like as you know, in an uptrend, you'll be looking to buy dips. So the next possible area it might start to come down to is 144.96. Should it fail at this resistance at 145.80, it is trying it for the second time, and should it fail from here, it might possibly come down to this level. And should it find buyers here, they might take out this level on their next attempt. So the next pair we'll move over to is the GBP CHF. Looking at the GBP CHF, he's at a level also on his daily, as you can see here. He's also at the level on his daily, and he has broken this long-term trend line. So now we've established the fact that this man is clearly bullish, but he's at a resistance area. So what we'll be waiting for is opportunities of a drop and a continuation. So the plausible areas are 1.3121 or 1.3100. Because this man is very bullish. You do not engage a sell position on this man for now. The next pair I'll be looking at is the Euro AUD. Let me look at Euro AUD from a daily perspective. Looking at him from a daily perspective, price is still within the shadow of this bullish anchor candle. And if you understand anchor candles very well, the open price of the anchor candle is support. As long as you don't get a close below the low, below that open anchor, below the open price of the anchor of the bullish anchor candle, price may still head up. So knowing that, we go down to our intraday chart, and we'll be looking for opportunity. So on this pair, this is the game plan. It looks like it's about to create the right shoulder of a head and shoulders pattern. As you can see, this is left shoulder, this is head. So he may drop a bit. Should he drop a bit? Should he drop a bit down here? Should he drop a bit down here? He may head higher to retest this level here at 59.40. So on this pair, what you'll be looking for is a drop into this area. This is where you'll be looking at him. This is your first support, or what I would call a shadow support at 58.47. Should this area give way, price may drop a bit lower. But as long as this level holds, a Euro AUD still has the potential to move higher. For now, it still has the potential to move higher. The next pair we move over to is the GBP AUD. The GBP AUD will be showing a bullish, more or less a kind of a bullish trend. Yes, like I said, it still has a bullish bias. And if you look at him from the daily point of view, his close yesterday has a, although bearish, the candle looks bearish, but it has a bullish undertone. As you can see, this long upper wick. So where is he going to? There's a resistance here. There's a resistance here. That's first resistance. Second resistance comes in at this trend line. So knowing that, we drop down to our intraday chart. We know that one, this GBP AUD has a bullish bias for now. It has a bullish bias for now. So it would not be wise to try to sell it. Trying to sell it would not be to your best interest. And it seems to have moved quite fast, because as at the time I did this R1 was still holding. So we now have price at this area. That area is what I call a shadow resistance before the major resistance. That's how I term it on my chart. So as you can see, price is still respecting it, because I wasn't expecting it to have moved this fast to move this fast. So as you can see, this area is giving resistance. Price may likely turn this R1 to support. So what we'll then do is we'll change the coloring on this to read S1. So we'll read S1. On this one to read S1, and this other level here to read S2. So now this is a game plan. Should you get a dip to either 83.19, 1.8319, and it holds, then you might be looking to open long position. That is this area here. Between 83.19 and 83.00. This man is still very bullish. But a move back below this level might send price to this S2 or to retest this broken trend line here. The next pair we'll be looking at is the New Zealand USD. The New Zealand USD broke out of a trend line, this trend line, and it's battling at R1 here. It has a bullish bias for the time being, but he's at a resistance. So there's a potential he might drop down to this level. And if you find the right kind of bullish evidence here, that's a retest of this trend line, you might open a long position up. But a move back below this trend line might bring price down to either this shadow support here or this level. So your first level of support is 68.67, that is here. Your second is 68.45, while your third is 68.16. The next pair I'll be moving over to is the USD card. The USD card is bullish for now. I pointed that out yesterday that there was a trend line here that if it tests it and it gains the right kind of bullish evidence, you can open a long position, as the case can be seen now. So what is the outline for this pair? The outline for this pair is to look to buy dips. And where would you be looking to buy the dips from? Where would you be looking to buy the dips from? Where would you be looking to buy the dips from? You'll be looking to buy the dips from maybe a retest of this trend line, and a move higher. So that is it for today. If you have any questions, you can reach me out on my Telegram handle. My Telegram handle is at GREATWHYTE. That's at Great White. There is no I. It is WHYTE. That's GREATWHYTE. So I wish you all a beautiful trading day and have a blessed day ahead.